Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2, and that one was painful. I'll be real. That was, yeah. The game ended about 5 minutes ago, and I'm still pissed off about this. The only way that there can be any positive is that if Liverpool and Man City draw tomorrow and the points gap doesn't change. But this was a massive opportunity missed. I'll be so real. That was an opportunity to beat Sunderland, which we were for that whole second half, and we fucked it. Well, I say whole second half. We got the goal back. Well, we got the goal to take the lead in the second half. But you get what I mean. First of all, like, sub, share, do whatever you got to do. Comment. I don't just do whatever you got to do to help the channel grow. But yeah, where do I start? The lineup, pretty much what we expected. No arguments there. Obviously, Zubimendi came back in for Norgard, who played midweek. Eze came back in. Pretty much what you actually expected in the lineup. Then the game starts, and then we walk around like we've been sedated. That first half was absolutely fucking terrible. Losing out on 50-50s, getting out, getting caught out defensively at times. We barely had any chances from what I can remember in that um in that first half, apart from maybe a chance by Saka, which was maybe a hard chance. I'm actually surprised he got that finish off. But yeah, we go through that first half. We're 1-0 down. Declan Rice got caught sleeping defensively. To be fair, I don't think he had a bad game. But in those type of moments, you got to be switched on, mate. And he weren't. And we end up going 1-0 down. First time in a while, in a very good while, we could see the goals. I think since September. So that was a tough one to take. But we go in, to be fair, we should have been maybe 2-0 down. I can't remember who it was who hit it just wide. But there was just awful, sloppy defending in that first half, and we were not up for the physical challenge at all. Not even in attack, the ball was coming straight back. We had our spells of dominance, of course we did. We were always going to have the majority of the share of possession. However, Sunderland went pretty much man for man. They went very, very physical with us, and you saw how much that rattled us away from home as well. The atmosphere. We couldn't even do our long throws properly because they squeezing the ad boards in. You could tell we weren't up for it at all. And to be fair, I think half time was the right thing to come because we played that whole majority of that second half. Fair play to Arteta. I don't know what he said at half time, but we played very well in that second half. Eze throughout the game was probably our best player. Even in the first half, it was only him that was really looking like he was going to make things happen. Saka was trying in that first half, but it weren't really coming off. But second half, he did play really well, to be fair. But yeah, that second half, we rightfully equalised. Caught Sunderland out, playing out from defensive to midfield, and then Saka got the goal. Nice finish on his right foot, I think it was. And then we get the goal from Trossard. What an absolute goal by him! And to be fair, I don't think he didn't have his best game in my opinion, but he was still trying to make things happen. The only problem I had with Trossard was he was holding onto the ball for too long. There were quite a few scenarios where he probably should have released it a lot quicker than he did. But to be fair, in the end, he got his goal. What's a goal, by the way? And you're thinking, right, we're on top here. Sunderland will come back into it because they have a knack this season of scoring late goals. So you think they will come back into it this game, and obviously they did. But to be fair, all we had to do was defend properly, and we were doing that for most of the time until Gabriel. Everyone rates highly as one of the best centre backs in the league. But mate, what are you doing there? That's now Voltemard. You absolutely made him weak in the battle, and then this guy Robbie, nice overhead kick by the way. Don't get bicycle kick. Sorry, don't get me wrong, but yeah, David Raya came out for it, didn't get it. Gabriel tried to battle for it and completely lost out totally. He tried to claim a foul, but there was no way they were going to give that. And yeah, it's disappointing, man. Obviously, the only way this is going to be bearable now is if Liverpool and Man City draw, and the points gap stays the same. But obviously, yeah, we're now because that was our chance to go 8 and 9 points clear respectively, I think, and we fucked it. We've actually fucked it. I'm pissed off. I don't even blame Mikel Arteta today. Obviously the way we played the first half that wasn't acceptable. However, the fact that we managed to turn it around in the second half, I can give credit to Arteta for that. But I'm not going to really blame Arteta for the way we lost that game, because we should have won that. If we actually defended properly in that moment, we win that game. It's simple as it's fine margins. But yeah, I'm pissed off about that, man. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, sub, share, do whatever you got to do to help the channel grow, and I'll see you lots in a bit.